A movie tanks, and suddenly Hollywood's scapegoat is almost always an artist who supports Palestine. In the case of Disney's Snow White, it's Rachel Zegler's fault. But Gal Gadot, a former Israeli soldier who openly supports Israel and its genocide in Gaza, escapes all criticism. So let's ask the real questions here. Why is Rachel Zegler considered the fall guy when Gal Gadot, who has been heavily boycotted for her war propaganda and co-starred in the same movie, is not? Disney's Snow White was doomed long before Rachel Zegler posted on X, "Free Palestine." From poor CGI to costly reshoots, industry insiders already knew that the film was struggling and would never be a blockbuster. When the numbers flopped, the blame game was easy: point fingers at Zegler's political stances. Variety published a report pushing the narrative that Zegler's pro-Palestine stance drove audiences away, while conveniently ignoring the fact that Gal Gadot, who has openly defended Israel's genocide, was starring in the movie as literally the evil queen. If Zegler's political stances were behind tanking the movie, shouldn't Gadot's stances be responsible for the same repercussions? Of course not. This is Hollywood we're talking about. Gadot used her social media platforms to whitewash war crimes, yet she remains untouchable in the industry. Meanwhile, Zegler is being held accountable for an already sinking ship. Jonah Platt, son of Snow White's co-producer, confirmed in a since-deleted comment that his father flew across the country just to speak directly with Zegler to delete her Free Palestine tweets. His post dripped with entitlement, blaming Rachel for the film's failure, calling her stance narcissism and claiming she hijacked the movie's publicity. Jonah scolded Zegler for daring to have morals. But strangely, we never see this kind of outrage directed at Gal Gadot. After October 7, Gadot went as far as going on a propaganda tour in an attempt to justify Israel's genocidal war on Gaza. She even reportedly organized a screening of a film about the events, which she did not attend out of concerns for her safety, according to the Israeli I-24 news. Despite all that and her vocal support for an apartheid regime committing war crimes, Hollywood still protects her. In fact, Disney didn't punish Gadot for being a political liability. They paid for extra security for her and her family. Meanwhile, Rachel Zegler was thrown under the bus for tweeting in support of Palestinian lives. The double standards are glaring. And let's be real, Snow White didn't fail because of Rachel Zegler's activism. It failed because people are not stupid. Hollywood's denial bubble has got to burst. The industry must come to terms with the fact that it's not about Zegler or other pro-Palestine activists. It's not just Snow White that flopped. Marvel's Captain America, Brave New World, sparked outrage and was boycotted for casting an Israeli actress to play Sabra, an Israeli superhero that symbolizes Israeli militarism. They can smear, silence, and blacklist, but they can't change reality. Every boycott, every call-out, and every refusal to fund war propaganda chips away at Hollywood's illusion of control. The tide is turning. Audiences aren't just watching, they're seeing and acting on it. And no amount of media spin can save an industry built on injustice.